This.
No, she's not.
Leave this house.
Come on.
Leave here.
Come.
Leave. Children, go upstairs. All of you go upstairs. Go upstairs, children.
Go upstairs.
All of you go upstairs. Children, leave my house. Leave my house. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Calm down. Leave me. I don't care. Someone is knocking. I don't care. What? Idiot. I don't care. You are an idiot. You people will know you.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amaomi aka Petite Diva, and in this video we are discussing a video that has been going viral in the Nigerian community, Nigerian diaspora. In the video that I'm about to show you, the lady found out that the person that she thought was her husband's niece was actually her husband's daughter. Now, the people in the video are Nigerians, and they speak Igbo at some part. So after I show you guys the video, I would explain exactly what she was saying and what was going on. So let's check out the video and then I'll come back to explain what happened.
Did you tell me she was your daughter? Did you tell me she was your daughter? Did you tell me she was your daughter?
Why is the camera?
You told me she was your niece. You bloody liar.
Man, you go to no camera.
Get out.
Man, you go to
camera. And you may post here.
Camera.
May post here. People will know you for who you are. People will know you for who you are. You a devil. You a devil. People will know you for who you are. Get out of this house. Get out of this house. Choma, leave this house.
There's nothing.
Choma, leave this house. Choma, leave this house. Choma, leave this house. Choma, leave this house. Mommy, Mommy, leave this place. Leave this place.
No, she's not.
Leave this house. Leave here. Children, go upstairs. All of you go upstairs. Go upstairs, children. All of you go upstairs. Choma, leave my house. Leave my house. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Calm down. I don't care. Someone is knocking. I don't care. What? Idiot. I don't care. You are an idiot. People will know you. People will know you. Mommy, Ramaga. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Who is knocking? Who is at the door? Leave me alone. I don't care even if it's neighbors. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me.
Like this.
Come out of my way. 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 This is this. I'm going to tear all of your clothes. I will tear every of your clothes.
Now, in that video, the wife was confronting her husband about the girl that was supposed to be his niece that she now found out that is his daughter. Now, they met in 2018. I believe they married in 2019. Their first child is around 5 years old because she gave birth in 2020. Now, the couple are not based in Nigeria. They are based in UK. And I believe they were able to take the niece because they probably adopted the child thinking, okay, it's his niece. Now, she's finding out that the niece is his daughter, and the daughter looks like she's about 12 to 14 years. So he has been lying to her from 2018. He didn't tell her he had a child until 2025 that she has discovered, and she was going ballistic. She was shouting at him. She was like, you are a liar. You said she's your niece. How is she now your daughter? And she was telling the child, the trauma girl, which is the niece now daughter, to leave the house. And the daughter was begging her. Even her own biological daughter at one point was begging her that she had to tell all the children, the smaller children, to go upstairs. There was an elderly woman in the video. I'm not sure if that is her own biological mom or that's her husband's mom. Anyway, the video, like I said, has gone viral, and people had a lot to say about the whole situation. The fact that she just discovered that the niece is actually her husband's daughter, and how she handled the whole situation. So let's check out what they have to say, and then I'll come back to share my thoughts about this whole situation.
If my husband lied to me and he told me his niece was coming to live with us, and then I find out later that his niece is actually his biological child and she's living with us and our 4 biological children, yeah, I'd crash out. Yeah, it would be barbarian level. Yes, I would make 9/11 look like a tea party, but what I wouldn't do is, one, blame the child that has nothing to do with this because it's a child, but also, two, I would not crash out in front of my children. One thing I will never understand is adults who act like barbarians in front of children, especially their own children, right? Because I thought that when you have kids, you're supposed to like think outside of yourself. And why subject your child to that level of trauma? Because the way this woman is yelling and screaming and acting an ass, it's just like you have every right to do that. Just not in front of your children, in my opinion. And it felt like I was encroaching on a very private, intimate family moment, because people, obviously, when you get mad and you see red, sometimes you don't think I'm fully aware of that. However, why did you post it? Why did you post a video where you're telling a 14-year-old child to get out of your house? Why are you posting a video where your other children literally have the fear of God in their faces and their fear is palpable through the video? Why do people post crazy moments within their families for clicks and views? And when I go through this woman's page, it's just like, there's a lot I could say, right? But once again, do you not think that's a weird behavior or diabolical behavior? Do you not think that not subjecting your children to this level of trauma is crazy?
I've just seen a woman expose her husband for lying to her, claiming that someone that was actually his daughter was his niece. So she now then found out that that person that he called his niece was actually his daughter from another family. And this daughter in question is a grown, she's growing. She must be about 13 to 14, judging by her height. So it's been a lot of years that this lie has been going on. And I won't lie to you, when I saw that video, I was so sad. I was so sad simply because of the fact that I always believe that children should not be able to see the things or the problems that their parents are facing. If your parents are arguing, I'm a strong believer in you should not see it. You should not know what's going on behind closed doors. And in the video, the woman was shouting at the daughter, the supposed daughter, to, get out of the house, because obviously she's feeling so much anger from the fact that, someone that she's called her husband, that she obviously stayed in the same bed with for years, has actually lied to her and cheated on her. And I saw people, attacking this woman for basically telling the daughter to, get out of the house, to get out of her house. And again, each to their own. I'm not saying what the woman should do or what the woman shouldn't do. But you cannot police a woman's anger after she has just felt betrayal by someone that she has considered her partner for multiple years. I need you to understand that type of betrayal would spark some sort of resentment in you. Imagine taking care of someone that you've always regarded to be your niece, and it turns out was actually a daughter that your husband had fathered from another woman. It would hurt you. It would hurt you. And at the end of the day, the person that's going to suffer the most from that is that daughter and the woman, because a man could not take accountability for his actions. Because as a man, you can't make that sort of, let's call it a mistake. Let's call it a mistake. You can't make that sort of mistake and then keep that lie for years. For years. That's a career-changing lie. For you to lie that somebody that is your daughter is your niece to your wife after your infidelity, that's insane to me.
Did you guys see the video of the wife who was crashing out because her husband brought in his niece to live with them? Come to find out, the niece is not his niece. The niece is his daughter. She was crashing out. The only thing I disagree with is the kids was in the living room when it was happening. The daughter, Chioma, was in the living room. And I felt bad for her because she's a kid. She has nothing to do with it. I don't think the other kids should have witnessed it. But I think he deserved everything that is coming to him, everything that he's getting. The betrayal that was in her voice is just there was so much hurt and betrayal. But I promise you one thing. I know that his mother probably knew if she was alive. His father, his siblings, his friends, probably everyone knew that was his daughter and not his niece. And I'm sure when things come out, she's going to find out, because most of the time, everybody around you knows what's going on when it comes to cheating, when it comes to betrayal, and you're usually the last one to find out.
See, let me give my 2 cents about this issue, okay? The only people my heart breaks for in this situation is Chioma, the girl, and the wife. The husband can go to hell and burn to suya for all I care. And this is why, okay, a lot of people in the comment section are saying, oh, he's hiding it because he knows the kind of woman she is. He knows how she's going to react, blah, 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 blah. For me, I think the sole purpose, the main reason for her rage and her breakdown is the betrayal. This woman has been made into a village comedian. She has been made into a joke. Her mother-in-law knows about it. Her husband knows about it. The child involved knows about it. And this girl has been in her house, under her roof, for probably years. And for people saying, oh, the girl looks to be older than all your kids, so he didn't cheat on you. Do you know how long they've been dating? You think because her first child looks younger than the child in question means that he didn't cheat on her? Do you know if they were a university sweetheart? Do you know if they met 15 years ago? You don't know the background story. Okay? But for me, I think her rage comes from the betrayal of it. Everybody in his family looked at her and was like, you're a fool. You don't deserve to know. Her father-in-law looked at her and was like, you're a fool. The mother-in-law, the same thing. Her husband looked at her and was like, who the heck are you? You don't deserve to know the details of the human beings that are in your house. He lied to her. And I can't understand women that beat their chest and try to defend us. The people that are telling her to be mature about it. It's not everybody that processed information the same way. She found out the news. You don't know how she found out. You don't know if it was an evil best friend that told her. You don't even know how she came to know that this child wasn't the niece, but actually the daughter of her husband. And also the audacity, the entire audacity of the husband. You could have sent that child to your mother. You could have so many options of what you could do. But instead, you decide to play with your marriage.
Do you know what's worse than Chioma being asked to leave that house? Is the fact that Chioma was asked to move in that house and pretend to lie. Chioma was living in a home where she couldn't even call her daddy. She couldn't even say, Daddy, can I have juice? Daddy, I want to go to... Daddy. Chioma couldn't call her daddy because she was forced to lie. I understand the wife. I empathize, sympathize, whatever the word is, with her more than you know. Betrayal, I have felt, seen, I know it. Thank you, Jesus, for healing. But one thing I do know is that Chioma is innocent. Chioma was forced to lie. Chioma couldn't call her daddy. Chioma couldn't even call her stepmom. And I'm very sure that this lady would have been okay with this situation had she been told, had she been aware. I don't think you guys understand betrayal. You're minding your business. Your husband says, hey, I want my niece to come and live with us. You have your own kids. You've taken the niece on. Come to find out, it's his daughter. Where is the child's mother? We're screaming and shouting. She shouldn't be screaming. She should absolutely be. She should be doing what she wants to do. She should be expressing the way she wants to express. But one thing I know, Chioma is innocent. Chioma is innocent. Chioma could not call her daddy.
So if you want to know what's going on in that video, go and click on it. You can feel her pain. I feel her pain. I understand. As a woman who has been lied to, talked about, deceived by a man that I created a life with, by a man who I married, by a man who looked me in my eyes and said, I love you. So basically, I'll give you a rundown if you don't feel like going to look at it. It might trigger you. Literally, this close to tears. It was triggering so much in me. So the young lady, she is a content creator here on TikTok. And so she's from, I don't know what country, I didn't want to guess, but it sounds like a West African country. And her and her husband, they have 4 children, beautiful children. They got married. And he had an older person come in the house, and he said that was his niece. Stay with me. So obviously in the video, she's finding out that that's not the niece. That is, in fact, his oldest daughter. I couldn't understand everything she was saying because she was speaking pidgin and she was speaking her native tongue. So, of course, I didn't understand. So if anybody can translate that for me, I'll be happy to understand what she was saying. But what resonated with me is I can feel the pain. And a lot of people were saying in the comments, why are you exposing your husband like this? Why are you yelling at the daughter? The daughter was in on the lies. The daughter was lying and saying she was the niece.
And I understand. I get it. My initial reaction would have been, yes, you get out because you're lying too. But for me, I would have found it in my heart, okay, well, maybe you can stay tonight until you can, go with some other family, or until you can go with your dad. Because it's like you're lying at the very beginning of that marriage, and everybody else that knew that was your daughter, including his mother. And I don't know if that lady in the video was his mother or her mother, because she just called her mommy. She didn't say, she didn't. And I was trying to read the comments, and I was trying to go back in all her other videos. But I mean, she really displayed her family on TikTok. I mean, he literally, I don't understand these men. I don't understand these men that get in these relationships with good women, and y'all ruin good women. This woman displayed her family. She was proud, godly proud of her family. If you go back and look at her videos, I was going back and look at her videos. She was proud of her husband, showing videos of him coming home from work or wherever he was coming from, and the kids running up to him. Like, you literally, sir, ruined all of that.
By now, I'm sure everyone's seen the video of the lady who found out that the child that's been living in her house, who her husband says is his niece, is actually his daughter. And she's done an update video, and I'm actually worried about the girl Chioma, because the way that the lady looks at her at the end of the video is actually very disturbing. After the lady rightly so crashed out, obviously the police were called. I said the police were there, but it's like, what's being done for the girl's welfare? I feel like the lady's going to start taking her anger and resentment out on the child. And if there's any other family, they need to step in and look after the girl. I saw that it looks like the guy's mom that was there defending him and his BS. Someone needs to step in and look after the little girl. She deserves to be in her home and feel safe. And I know that some people are saying in different comment sections that, oh, the girl knew and the girl also lied to the wife. What would you do as a little girl and you have no one? You don't have your biological mom. All you have is your bio dad. And your bio dad is telling you that, for us to be together, this is what has to happen. You're going to do whatever it takes to stay with your dad. Come on, man. I feel like some of you are not putting your thinking caps on. Think about it from a little girl's point of view, who literally only has her bio dad. I don't know where her mum is, but come on, man. You're going to do whatever it takes to stay with your dad. If all it is to lie to his wife, that you're just a niece, you get to stay with your dad and you get to live in the same house as your siblings and have a family and not be by yourself. Come on. And look at the way that the wife is reacting to the little girl. The husband knew what kind of wife he had. This is why he's probably lied to her in the first place, which obviously is not right. I'm not saying that's right. I would also crash out to you. God forbid something like that happened to me. But I would never take out on the child. Are you mad? Never. You don't take out on children. Come on, man.
I understood the anger. I understood how hurtful this situation could be. But what I don't understand is that you have that little girl up in your house, and the way you looked at her when she passed you, it's best you just give her to her daddy. It's best if you give her to a family member, because you clearly have something against that little girl, and through no fault of her own. The disgusted look that you gave that little girl, she is not safe in your house. It's best she comes out. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, basically this woman that I stitched, her husband confessed to her that he brought his niece in the house when really it wasn't his niece, it was his daughter, and the wife didn't know, and that's what she's spazzing out on him for. Now, if you go back to her videos, you can see that she's clearly upset and that she is clearly hurt and her heart is broken, which I completely understand. Because what do you mean I'm thinking it's your niece and it's your whole daughter? Like, no, you need to come out. But what I want to address is the fact that you have these nasty, bitter feelings towards this child who never wanted to be in this situation. I'm pretty sure Chioma didn't ask to be in this situation. And the way you're carrying on is not right as a big, dirty, stinking adult. The way you're carrying on is wrong. Yes, you are angry. And yes, it's not your fault. And yes, you're entitled to your space and you're entitled to be hurt. But then you reach out to family members or someone who can support you to take Chioma for a couple of days. That's what you do. You don't have the girl up in your house giving her dirty looks. She is a child. Your anger is misdirected. It should be directed at the person who betrayed you, which is your husband. That is who should be getting the dirty looks. It is the worst situation to be in, especially when you've been betrayed by the person you love the most. And I understand that your heart is breaking. but you also need to push through this with grace and understanding when it comes to the child.
So we're on part 3 right now of these videos, right? And there's a few things that I've noticed. First of all, comment section, like absolutely delusional. People are saying that this woman's right, that she doesn't want to like treat the child a certain way and whatever, because of the fact that the child also lied and she's 12 and should know better. That's delusional. She's 12. She's put in a position by her parent that she trusts and loves, and she's doing what she has to do to survive essentially at this part, right? So it's not the child's fault. Let's not do that. This man, do whatever we want with him. That's not our business. But the way that this child is physically like wanting her attention and like trying to hug her, and she's pushing her away, cutting her eyes at her, is crazy. People have also noticed that she's never ever posted this child before, and apparently she was already living with them, but she's never in anything. The only time we've seen her is these 3 times where she seems to be wearing pajamas pretty much the whole time. If you watch her videos, her own daughter always has her hair done, braids, this, that. This child hasn't been, from what we've seen. So I think that hurt people. And if you have the resentment of level, you should not be around this child for.
Now, a lot of people, even in the comment section, were like trying to blame her for a reaction. A lot of people were like, she overreacted, and that she should not have done what she did. I would like to find out from you guys what you think. Do you think how she reacted was normal, or do you think that it was just too much? And do you think that what the guy did, what the husband did by not telling her that the girl, the Chama, was his daughter, and that he did that because he knows the kind of temper that she has? I would love to hear your own thoughts, so please leave your comments in the comment section. Now, personally, when I saw the video, I kind of understood where she was coming from, because it's been years that they've been married and nobody said anything. The husband did not say anything before they got together. The husband's family did not say anything while they were together. The husband's family did not say anything when they were relocating. Because like I said earlier, for her to take the niece, for her to relocate to the UK with the niece, she would have had to legally adopt the child as her own. So they didn't say anything when she was adopting the child. They have been lying to her for years. And now for her to find that out, I don't blame her in the way she reacted. She reacted the way she wanted to react. And people blaming her for how she reacted is really ridiculous. A lot of times people would focus more on the reaction and not focus on the action that caused the reaction. You have no idea what she has gone through. Maybe she never wanted to be with a single father. Maybe she never wanted to be a stepmom. Maybe she had already said she was never going to do that. Maybe she has bad experience with being a stepmom or something, and she had said she will never do that. And then you lied to her for 7 years. 7 years. That I just keep on thinking, what else has he lied to her about? Because if you can lie about that, what else? What else is he doing that she doesn't know? Now, she put up some follow-up videos in which she talked about the fact that the police came and they told the husband to leave the house. Now, in the initial video, it looked like somebody was knocking. So it's obvious maybe the neighbors went to call the police because of the noise and everything, and how aggressive she was to the fact that she tore the guy's shirt. So like I said, the husband has been asked to leave the house, which I knew was going to happen. When I was watching her shouting and the rest, I just knew, okay, the first thing is that the husband has to leave the house. If they were in Nigeria, that would not happen. She'll be the one to leave the house. But in the UK, in US, he will leave the house. So, and then when she was saying that the Choma girl should leave the house, I said that's not possible. She's still going to come back to her house. And why I said that's not possible is because our children are less than 5. She has 4 kids. The girl, the Choma girl, was not relocated with them because of the goodness of their hearts. Unfortunately, I have to say that. Why she was invited or why she was relocated with them was because they need somebody to take care of the other kids. It happens a lot. Some people do that, and it's not because I saw some people say, oh, that for her to even allow the niece to relocate with them and be in the house, that she's a good person. I don't know about that, but I know one of the reasons why the woman would have allowed the niece, that is not a biological niece, to relocate with them is because she needed somebody to take care of the kids, because childcare in the UK is very expensive, and they have 4 kids under 4. So that means that they are not going to school, and she would definitely need somebody to help with the house chores and the rest. So that's why she probably accepted for the niece to relocate with them. Now, another thing that I noticed about the whole thing, the couple and their page, was that until this situation happened, this girl was not in their videos. So they make a lot of content, they do a lot of things on their page. They are content creators. And until the whole situation happened, you barely see the girl. From the videos that I checked out, the Chama girl was not there. And now, because of the whole situation, she has had to do a video with her, saying that she has accepted her as a child and the rest and the rest. And the video was giving me cringe and giving me all kinds of, okay, I just have to do this so that people don't say I'm a bad person. But I don't know, maybe she just was not feeling it. Maybe she has actually accepted the child as her own. I don't know. But that is left for her to navigate this whole situation, because that's not what she planned for, and she's in a new situation. So I'm not going to blame her for any reaction that she has, because that's not what she planned for. That's not what she saw when she was moving forward with her husband. Now, for the husband, I don't know how they are going to resolve it. Now, if it was in Nigeria, if they were still in Nigeria, I would have said, I know that she's going to come back, because they will talk, people will do meeting, her family will come and beg her, his family will come and beg her. They will say that she should not be offended, that it happened a long time ago, he doesn't have any relationship with the mother, that she should just accept it, that it was before they met, and all the gaslighting that they are going to say to her to make sure that she comes back to the house. But Nada is in the UK, and she's going to have less family members be able to physically tell her, oh, do this, do that. If they call, she might just cut off the line. She might block them. So I don't know how they're going to resolve it. I would say maybe after some days, he might be back in the house, because they are going to be looking at finances and the rest. But I don't know. I really don't know. But if I was to take a wild guess, I would say that he'll be back in the house very soon, because definitely they're going to start talking about, oh, don't do your husband like that, that. And then another thing is finances, because it's going to be very difficult for her to be the only one to take care of the house or pay bills, especially if he's the only one that has been paying the bills before. So that is something that I don't know how that dynamic is going to work, because even when it comes back to the house, the betrayal that she's still going to feel, because it's been almost 7 years and never mentioned anything. And for her, I should be thinking about how the family of the guy did not say anything. They just kept quiet. Nobody hinted her, nobody did anything. That to her might be another action of betrayal on their family, because how they did not say anything, how the whole family did not even hint her, is something that she definitely will be thinking about. She'll be thinking, do they even like me like this? They just wanted me to marry him, and I don't know how she would be feeling, because I would think that that is a big betrayal from the husband and his family, because nobody said anything. I don't know exactly how she found out that the girl was his daughter. But the way it is, it's the dynamics in that house will be very, very strained. It's going to take a while for things to even be a bit normal, because she's just going to be thinking of the betrayal that has occurred. Also, for the trauma girl, I don't even know how she's going to feel, because Before this, I'm sure it must have been very difficult for her to relate with the man like he's her father. She must have been trying to hide it, trying to just be like a niece that they are not even really like close to per se. But I think the kids are close to the girl because the firstborn was actually begging and trying to like tell her mother to just calm down, which I did not like that she had to demonstrate like that in front of those young children. It's just it's just devastating for them. The firstborn is already knowing things that she's not supposed to know at that age. And that was the only part that I did not like that the woman did. I cannot blame her for reacting the way she did, but I wish she had just made them go out, because even if they were upstairs, they would still have heard. There's no harm. They would still have heard all the commotion and the rest. But it is what it is. She has done what she felt that she had to do at that point in time. Now the Chioma girl, I don't know how she's going to feel. I personally would love for her to leave the house because I don't know how she's going to treat her. Already I felt like they were not treating her like a relative. Like the way the woman would have treated her biological niece was different from the way she would have been treating her as her husband's niece. That's something that would have happened. And now that she's finding out that she's a stepdaughter, there's going to be a different way she's going to relate to her. And I don't know if that would be okay for the girl, but if you look at the fact that she is in the UK and her mother probably is not in the UK, her mother, if she's in contact with her mother, would prefer that she stays in the UK and just bears it until she's grown up and then she can live on her own. But I just feel like the house is going to be a bit weird, and it might impact negatively on the Chioma girl. But I don't know. I really don't know how they're going to resolve it. I just think that the husband was a very dishonest person. He should have told her, I have a child out of wedlock. And if she wanted to go forward with the relationship, no problem. But carrying on that deception for 7 years, that's crazy. Honestly, that's just, I don't know what to say about that. It's just weird. The whole relationship, the whole marriage was built on deception, in my own opinion. Anyway, I don't know what's going to happen. I wish them all the best. I would love to hear what you think about this whole situation. Do you think that the guy was right to not tell his wife about his child? Or do you think that he was wrong to do that? Do you think the way the woman responded to the revelation was right? Or do you think that she was free to act any way that she wants to act because it's been 7 years of deception? I would love to hear what you think about the whole situation. So please leave your comments in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with what I said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.